Hello, 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 hello. Hello, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Anybody there? My audio coming in. I think so. Woof. Woof. You guys hear me okay? Ah, there it goes. Gotta make sure. Happy 2025, everybody. Welcome to the first stream of 2025. What? Right? Bright-eyed, bushy-tailed. Some of you more bright-eyed than others. Ugh. Cheers. Thanks, everybody, for showing up. I'm Sean, a.k.a. RPG Sean, because I was pretty original and coming up with that. I stream every Saturday, 8 p.m. 8 p.m.? No. Depends on what part of the world you're in. 8 a.m. Central Time, U.S. Right here, talking RPGs. Going over what's going on in the RPG world with help from some internet resources. So, first stream of 2025. Exciting. New year, fresh start, better year. Can it be a better year than 2024? I don't know. The bar may be low. I don't know. 1 a.m. is Australian time. Oof. Hardcore Testraka. And then Blake coming from Newt. So we got two Aussies that I know of. Doesn't look like a vanilla Coke. No, Blake. I think I got to hang it up in 2025, buddy. I do. Maybe. Never say never, right? But I got to imagine this probably costs a little less. And it's got less calories and definitely less sugar. So I got to make some changes, buddy. This body is no longer the Adonis that it was in its prime, let me tell you. Who is here? Let's see who is here. Who opened the doors? Ryan West did. Keeping up with the tradition, Ryan West. Thank you for showing up. I appreciate it. Joe Swick, good to see you. I think, let's see. Ryan doing the coffee and sconies. Shambach, good to see you. There's Joe. Testy Trekkie. Coffee and scones is good quality whiskey and a cigar time there. Yeah, absolutely. Cigar. And you probably can get Cubans if you wanted, right? Flint, good to see you. There's a lot of coffee going on. Chad, good to see you. Matt. Nelson. Wayne, morning. Blake, of course. Good morning. Audio and video good. I appreciate the second double check. Or the first double check, I should say. Todd, good to see you. Morning. Yeah, running down the hall, about to close the door. All right, let him in. Laramie, morning. Laramie getting off of work. Good to see you. Who's morning? Is it Evil Merlin? Yeah, get some coffee. Just have me blather for the next couple minutes as you pour a cuppa. I need to start taking care of myself. Drinks a can of something called Liquid Death. You guys don't have Liquid Death in the Canada? It's just water. It's flavored water. And teas. It has teas as well. I haven't delved into the teas yet. It's all marketing. It's, Severed Lime is the title of this one. You know what? Why am I giving these guys airtime? Right? Why am I giving them a free ad? Right? Could be in different time zones. Australia, big represent. Yeah. All right. Should we get into the question of the day? Question du jour. So if you're new here, welcome. Starting off 2025 on the right foot. And if you're not new here, continuing their tradition. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. Glad I wasn't part of your New Year's resolution in the negative way. What's your New Year's resolution? Stop watching Sean every Saturday morning. Thank you so much. So we're just going to go with a softball on this one. The first RPG you played or are going to play in 2025? The first RPG. Notice I did not say new. First RPG I'm going to play in 2025. I will go. The One Ring. We played that just this past week, Thursday. And it's probably going to be the same answer for some other folks. Because unless the group I'm in played earlier, like 2 days early. The One Ring. Finished that. Phil McClure from Canada. Finished The One Ring for Wayne, myself, Harrigan, Mr. Keneally. Wow, my freaking chat froze again. Dren, good to see you. Thanks for showing up. Appreciate it. All kinds of talk. All right. I gotta get through the general banter versus the discussion amongst yourselves. The One Ring, guess why? Yep, there's Wayne. Dragonbane. Drew. Dragonbane. Okay, so next question I have is a follow-up. When you say that, like this is the first one we're going to play in 2025, how long have you been playing it? And if you haven't played anything in 2025, what's it going to be? Like whatever it is, right? So if it's new, like just new, like 0. Haven't played it yet, but it's on the docket. So Dragonbane, Drew, follow-up question. Test that trick. Kobolds ate my baby one shot. Very nice. Harnmaster today, first one of the year. First Harnmaster game for Hoos. Run Traveler tomorrow with the home group. Classic Traveler, Tad? Or Mongoose? See, it's not easy. I always got to follow up. That's my job, literally during the day. Kevin, the Salt Heart of Saltlandia. Question du jour. It's the first RPG you're playing in 2025. Happy New Year, Nubis. Good to see you. I'm running Pittsburgh today, so that's my answer. Stick it to it. All right, so a lot of ones that are, we're 4 days into the new year, so if it would be different, like the first week, right? We're not even in the first Saturday to Saturday week yet. So somewhere on the horizon. So that's good. Today I will be running the One Sheet Adventure for my new gamer nephews. And then next weekend I'll be playing D&D 5e with some friends. Very good. Victor Wyatt, good to see you. Nelson says, I posted my Walking Dead and Mothership games the other day. In person, it'll probably be 2004 5e. All right. Blake said, Vaesen. Started in August. Weekly game halfway through the campaign. Blake is all in on Vaesen, I've noticed. This guy is in love with Vaesen. Vaesen fan. Wayne says, the multi-session was my first playing TOE. The TOE. Why am I blanking? TOE. Toe. Playing toe. My first game to play this year will probably be at BSRCon. Well, what is it? Come on, Inquiring Minds want to know, Shambot. Evil Merlin, the One Ring. This is the third session from the in-person group. Very good answer. Very clear, succinct. Love it. Points for Evil Merlin. I should do points. Tally up points. Let's have a scoreboard right over here. Ryan, regular in-person campaign D&D 5e has been going for 18 months. A lot of 5e still being played out there. Isn't that crazy? Not crazy. It's not crazy. But we have a community of folks that play a lot of different games. And so 5e still seems to be a staple. Aaron, good to see you. Thanks for joining. Taking a gaming break to study for the MCAT. Oof. Academia. Smarts. Aaron's going for the smarts. This might be a cheat answer, but this summer I'm going to focus on playtesting the RPG I've been writing. It's a project that's 6 years old. Get it out there. Get it out there. Come on, get it out there. I'm big on the creative this year. Big on the creative. I got The Artist's Way. I started listening to that book I mentioned on last stream. And I bought the journal and I bought the workbook, and I'm all in on that. If you haven't read it or looked at it, it's pretty interesting. But get it out there. I say get it out there because creatives, if they get in their own head, they sometimes self-sabotage. Not that you're doing that, Aaron, by any means, but get it out there, man. Perfect is the enemy of good. Random Hero 23V. That is a handle and a half. Yesterday I ran my Frankenstein RQ game online. All right. Tad says this will be session 5 of Mongoose Traveler for us, including a long session 0 to make characters. Very good. Very good. Mongoose. Nelson, game I've never played before? Probably Lord of the Rings. So the first game of 2025 that you haven't played before will be Lord of the Rings? Shambot, look at that Aegon. I saw that Aegon game. Kristen, good to see you. Morning. First game is going to be BS or Con. Stupot, what's up? Shout out. Mark, good to see you. Welcome. Running a session for my Shadowdark West Marches campaign. Look out, West Marches. Mark must have seen the video. Thanks for showing up, Mark. Appreciate it. Thanks a lot. Shadowdark West March is great, right? In a few hours. So only here for a short visit. No, hey, you can pop in for 30 seconds. If we are at maximum capacity, last week we hit like 41 likes in the stream, which set the new record. So if you want to be a part of a new record, do one of these. Give me a like. If you don't like it, that's cool. Put a thumbs down. That's fine. I'm good with that too. But before you leave, do me a favor and do that. Good to see you, Mark. Good luck with the new campaign. If you duck out, if you do the Irish goodbye, good luck with the session today. I'd be interested to hear how it goes. If there's going to be points, it's got to be called XP to stay on brand. Well, of course, right? Of course it does. Or gold pieces. XP level. Who's running Lex Arcana, new system for me at BS Arcana. Oh boy. Ooh. Risky. Ooh. That's right. That guy, he's a Marine. He doesn't care. Risk is his middle name. Who's Risk? Carl. I think the first one I will run will be at BS Arcana. Now, when I say play, I mean run as well, just so you know. Sometimes they got to be separated. Sometimes they don't. In this case, running is playing. I think Black Sword hacked. Nubis, second session of Pirate Berg. We'll see how long lasts, he says. I'm not taking it nearly as seriously as past games, silly beer and pretzel style. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta put that seriousness, like, it depends on the group too. Like, as long as everybody's on the same page, it's just flat. You know, I'm playing beer and pretzel game, and the game master's like, serious business. Oh, that lovely feeling when you finally get your RPG library organized. Yes, indeed. Mark says 5e has some significant benefits, one of which is it's easy to put together a group to play. Well, no kidding, right? It sounds like 5e players are starving for Dungeon Masters, right? According to all the stats in the last 5 years. Shove XP, I'd be the second level unless I lose XP for liking oatmeal raisin cookies. You would. That would be energy drain. Just saying. Ooh, gonna try and sell my home group on Doom Song. Is that the one from Modiphius, right? Where it's like undead? Zombie game, right? I believe it is. Still working. Chris says, my first game was supposed to be a solo game, Darkness at the Brink of Ohio, but the second file for its 905 megabyte, and I'm in the middle of the ocean. What an excuse. How far out are you, Kristen? Like kilometers or miles? I will accept kilometers in this instance. So we have an international crew here. RPG in Exile, good to see you. RPG Gen Exile, Sean. Get it straight. Love your West March's video. I'm the guy who posted about rumors in the comments. Yes, I recognize you, Mark. Thanks. Yeah, thanks for commenting, too. Sean Nicholson, good to see you. Saw your comment on the video as well. Thanks. Good to see you, man. Sean, I know you from the Gaming and BS days. Hoping to get Mutants and Masterminds to the table. 3rd edition? Right? Is it 3rd or is it 4th? Is that up to 4th yet? Nubis' first new RPG in 2025 will be The Walking Dead by Hoos. I'm winning that game with you, Nubis. Let's tear it up. Let's tear it up. Hoos? Hoos has been, he has gone to Gamehole Con and he has not run a game at Gamehole Con for the off-grid group, which is like myself, Harrigan, Gabe Dibbing, like Hobbs is usually in that. Jim Ingram's usually in that. And I bring this up because whenever Mirko has done this, whenever somebody runs for that group, it's chaos. It's just like, it's running a game for a bunch of monkeys. Not that I would call my fellow players monkeys, but I say that because we're going to be in Hoos's game. So is he prepared to, I think it's me, Harrigan, Nubis, a couple others too. So Aaron says, thanks for the support, everybody. I'll probably post the doc of the Discord when it's ready for feedback. Yeah. Getting into med school. Wow. Future doctor, physician. Good luck, Aaron. I'll be playing whatever the first game I signed up for BSRCon. Doesn't even know. Just give me a game, Flint says. Yes, Doom Song is. Yes, from Modifius. He's confirming. 150 kilometers out. Rio de Janeiro. 93 miles down there out in the ocean. Man, that has got to be, that's an experience that some of us will never have, right? Kristen goes out in the middle of the ocean for his job. That's crazy. You gotta take a helicopter in and out. Did you take a helicopter in and out? Got to, right? 93 miles? Or do you take a boat? Oof. Stefan Dragonspawn, where you been all my life? This guy. Look at this guy. Good to see you. Stefan from Canada. Good to see you, buddy. How are you? You look fantastic. Been working out, Stefan? Been working out? Next year, Hoos is going to stand up for the group at Gamehole Con and run a game for us. It's going to take him. He's going to take him that long to get ready. Mentally prepare himself. It's like buds for SEAL teams. All right. Tyler, good to see you. Morning. First game for me will be Alien, running Hearts of Darkness. Yeah, that's a good one. Looking forward to the circus. Yeah. I mean, The Walking Dead. It's going to be awesome. It'll be like, Hoos is going to be running The Walking Dead. We are going to be playing Shaun of the Dead. I don't know if he knows that yet. William Thorpe, good to see you. Certified Cat Wrangler Sean knows when the players are monkeying around. Indeed. Helicopter back and forth, it loses its shine super fast. I guess it. I'm sure it does. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, well, I try. I'm not working out, though. It's all natural. Body by burrito. Body by burrito. All right. Sounds good, Mark. Good luck. Have fun. Thanks for stopping by, man. Appreciate it. All right. Some new faces. Good. So old faces, right? Old Lang Syne. Old acquaintances be forgot. No, they shouldn't be forgot. I don't understand that song. I've never analyzed the words, but I don't know if I don't know if at first glance it makes much sense. Roger, good to see you. Welcome. Converting my old school West Marches game to Hyperborea in a few weeks. Ooh, interesting. Are you keeping the same whatever setting you're running in or your home world or whatever, and then just converting all the players and the rules to Hyperborea? That's my guess, but I don't know. All right, just curious. Curious minds want to know. Ed, dogs can look up. Dude, I haven't seen Shaun of the Dead in ages. I'm assuming that is a quote. All right. About to wrap this up, and then we're going to go into some of the things I didn't do. Last week's stream was like a very end of the year stream. I think I had like 15 questions that I asked the group. Everybody weighed in. So thank you for doing that. This week, since I had some things kind of, earmarked, if you will, dog-marked, earmarked, bookmarked, all marked. Last week, I'll bring those up this week because it was kind of a slow week for news. Like, I think even EN World did like, hey, we don't have any real print news, so hey, go buy a starter set. Here's 5 of them you should consider. So I'm not going to bring that up. I'll bring up some of the other stuff that was brought up. Got an email from Kickstarter about Zine Quest. Now I'm wondering about giving that a go again. There you go. That's good. Zine, I say zine. I do it to ruffle feathers. Make sure you're listening. What? Did you just say Zine? I'm done. Unsub. Roger continues, keeping everything the same, just the system is changing. Demi-humans will change to humans is the only major change. So going all human, right? Because that's what Hyperborea is, right? All human campaign. Why the change out of curiosity? You could say none of your damn business, Sean. Hey, I think I've given you enough information, buddy. Let me some Simon Pegg. He's a good dude. All right. I get Genesis in my brain. God. Started listening to some Genesis, and now there's just some songs will just not leave my brain. All right. Let's get into... I think we're going to do... Let's do... Away from keyboard, bathing dog, not a euphemism. Prayers accepted. Good to know. Good to know. Looking forward to running public session of Against the Dark Master and the Smurfs RPG at Page 2 Con. Same weekend as BSRCon. Page 2 Con. Where's Page 2? Is that out in Connecticut? We're on the East Coast. It's Page 2 Con. For those of you not in the know, Kevin Salthart of Saltlandia was instrumental on the Smurfs RPG. Janice will do that to you, Sean. I have songs stuck in my head since 1991, right? Philly. Going to Philly. A little bit of a jaunt, right? But not too bad. New England. It's like Europe. Everything's in driving distance. Drive 2 to 3 hours and you're in another state. Talk to Texas. They'll hold my beer. Roger, I was running in. So he continues. Thanks, I appreciate it, Roger. He says he continues. I was running in basic fantasy RPG due to it being cheap and easy to get. Totally good selling point, right? Okay, players. Well, we don't want to buy a new game. Well, you don't have to. You just download this. It's free. After running for about a year, my players are sold on the game and willing to spend some cash on books. There it is. You hooked them. You hooked them. Roger got them. I'll get them. Hey, first one's free. Goddamn, the pusher. I smoked a lot of grass. Yeah. Who sings that one, folks? I popped a lot of pills. Goddamn, the pusher. That's right. In case you are first showing up for this stream, I do a little song every once in a while. That's who I am. There it is. Philly Area Gaming Con page. Oh, I get it. Pennsylvania Gaming, probably Expo, right? Oh, I did some old Genesis, man. I am not a Land of Confusion album guy. Like anything with the cool yellow symbols and earlier. I wanted a system that was closer to AD&D. I need something with some more meat on the bones. Are you aware of Osric 2 coming? Roger, have you heard that? There it is. RPG Gen Exile, Steppenwolf. Question mark. No question mark. Steppenwolf, exclamation point. Kind of sounds like my neighbor. Yeah, man. Mama's a good one. Angry Phil Collins is always good, Phil Collins. Philly's such a great city for gaming. I met so many great locals at PAX U. There was one guy in one of my comments, and I know him too. Like I know who he is. He was like, yeah, I think he's in the chat, actually. That's hilarious. Where it was like, PAX U, yeah, that's great, but let's admit it. Philadelphia is an armpit or something like that. He insulted the city. I won't call the person out, but anyways, hey, Philly, city of brotherly love. All right, let's get into RPG. I'm aware of Osric. It was on the short list. Ultimately, we settled on Hyperborea. But I know Osric, but did you know they were coming out with a second edition? Second edition. All right. So this one just popped up on my radar off of Blue Sky. Blue Sky. Ooh, did you hear the falling bombs? Did you hear the? Ooh. Who's that? Sing that. Name that tune. Name that group. The Bloggies. Who's running a blog? If you're a blogger, Bloggies 2024 commence. So I think so they came up with the finalists. So but I think so it's from the year of 2024. This is cool. I never knew this is happening. It's apparently been doing it for a while. Bloggies are a yearly awards event that debuted on the Prismatic Wasteland blog in 2022. So only a couple of years celebrates standout TTRPG blog posts from the past year, which is fantastic. It's on a post. So it's not even like this blog is the greatest blog. It's the post. Shining a light on the posts that linger in your mind long after you've closed the tab. The awards are a way to recognize the creativity and hard work that keeps the TTRPG blogging scene thriving, which I think is fantastic on an article basis, because then if you have like, here's 10 nominations, yeah, they could be all 10 different blogs, but not all blog posts are like home runs. Not every YouTube video that a YouTuber puts out is a home run. So, same with podcast episodes. So it's interesting that it's kind of highlighting the more prolific article from a particular blog. And then it goes into why blogging matters. So there you go. They are selling the blog space. Oh, excuse me. And then who are the finalists? Throughout December, the community nominated over 320 unique blog posts for this year's Bloggies. Over double the previous year. Wow. Growth. I've spent the last few days reading or rereading the entries to narrow down 16 finalists per main category below. Special attention was given to posts with multiple nominations or unique form and perspective, and deliberate care was taken to avoid including multiple entries by the same author within a single category. Then each category bracket was seated in order of number of nominations received. And then finalists will go head-to-head in a public poll. So now then we can weigh in. So here are some of the theory finalists. Here, I'll blow this up a little bit. You guys know about this? Mr. White, out of nowhere. You know the deal. Good to see you, man. Happy 2025. Big Floyd. Come on in here, boy, and have a cigar. You're going to go far. You're going to fly high. You're never going to die. And oh, by the way, which one is pink? Harrigan's Hearth has some gems, right? Don't forget to nominate them next year. Osric 2E. I'll have to check a look when it's out. Osric isn't really needed right now as reprints of AD&D are available. Print on demand. Agreed. So yeah, theory finalists, see if you recognize any of these. One from Explorer's Design. So these came up from the OSR feed on Blue Sky. Just giving context around it. So there might be a lot of OSR bent blogs, but not necessarily. I'm not sure what the numbers are next to the article. Maybe, I don't know. Explorer's Design. Are they bracketing? It looks like they're bracketing them. Like, pick this one or this one. Better Character Deaths in Dungeons and Dragons by Wobble Rocket. So I'll list some of the titles in the blogs, and I'll put a link down below here. I'll put it in the link right now, actually, in the chat. Chat. Thermodynamics for Game Design from Benign Brown Beast. Gygex's Fortress from All Dead Generations. Good Lore, Bad Lore from Mazirian's Garden. See, I think I'm going to go just right through here and read some of these articles and say, look at to see what makes it a good article. It's got to be things that make you go, How fragile is your game design from Skeleton Code Machine? Interesting social situations or the discourse post. Practical advice for social NPC interactions without the bloat of an over-engineered subsystem. We all know the social pieces of RPGs are not always, in the trad fashion, is not always like home runs. In Defense of the Modern, Dolmenwood Witch. Kobolds and Consequences. Rules Are a Cage and I'm a Puppy Girl from J Dragon. Principles of Conflict from Dodecahedron. And I think Dodecahedron is probably the only one that I've noticed by name outright. I've seen that blog. What's an OSR Game by Playful Void. I think I've come across that one as well. Every Initiative Method, ? From Night at the Opera with a K. Interesting play on his blog. Night at the Opera. Fixing Moria, Metro System Mega Dungeon designed by Silver Arm. Tale of Two Sandboxes from Mythic Mountain Musings. In Praise of Legwork from Sam Sorensen. A Survey of Overland Travel. Ooh, that'd be a good one. West Marches, folks. If you've seen the video, check it out. From Bo Rancourt. And then Gameable Finalists. These posts provide ready. So these are, this must be the category. Hold on a second. I must have went right by it. Theory. This is the theory. One I just read was Theory Finalists. This category highlights the ideas, criticism, or analysis about TTRPG culture, aesthetic, politic, and history. Or politic. And then the next category is, I'm spending a little bit of time on this because it's pretty interesting. Excuse me. Gameable finalists. These posts provide ready-to-use content like monsters, subsystems, or scenarios that can be directly added to your game. Overloading the random encounter table by Prismatic Wasteland. Location events making rumors natural behind the helm. 10 Minutes and a Knife from Benign Brown Beast. They should put these in a zine. Sell it. Pay what you want. Distribute the money. Or just put it up for free. Put it on drive-thru for free. Pay what you know what you do? Put this in a zine. Do pay what you want. Take all the money that's earned and put it to a charity. I'm always thinking, what can I say? 10 Minutes and a Knife from Benign Brown. Benign Brown Beast. Sorry, I should finish that. OSR 1D20 Dungeon Merchants from Coins and Scrolls. A Person-Shaped Hole from Mindstorm Press. A Perfect Wife from Slow Loris Press. Dolmenwood Factions from Among Cats and Books. I've come across that one. Craftsman from Spiceomancy. Dungeon Gods from Dungeon Doll. Summer Lego RPG Setting Jam from Do-It-Yourself and Dragons or DIY and Dragons. OSR Social Resolution Procedures from Occultronics. Group Downtime Activities Remembering the Dead from Mazarian's Garden. So many good ideas here. They're just this is good, man. When I found this, I'm like, oh, this is fantastic. And I haven't even read half the blog entries. Any of the blog entries at this point. The North Rona Island Rat Apocalypse from Molten Sulfur. The Mystery Manual from Strange Eons. Reputation Tables from Luke Gearing. Some of us know who Luke is. The Bell Curving Encounter Table from Pointless Monument. Advice finalists. This awkward. Inject a letter. It's a whole different ballgame. This award acknowledges the tips and methods about play, prep, or publishing within the scene. 8 intangible tips for editing your TTRPG manuscript from Playful Void. 4 types of dungeon design and how to combine them from Dice Goblin. Monster checklist from Goblin Punch. How to set up and use faction turns from Among Cats and Books. Setting up an OSR sandbox from Roll to Doubt. Form and structure the DNA of adventure modules from Loot the Room. Ye Complete Manual of Unmannerly Fighting from Press the Beast. Writing Wages from Luke Gearing. The Gift Economy and Play from Archon's Court. Collaborative World Building Glimpses from Mindstorm Press. Toybox Creativity, The Genius of Dragon Ball from Prismatic Wasteland. The Tangible Tips for Editing Your RPG Manuscript from Sam Sorensen. On People-Centered Adventure Design from Weird Wonder. A Nest of Vipers Navigating TTRPG Contracts and Partnerships from Uncanny Spheres. Put your RPG campaign on a deadline. It'll be okay from Silver Arm. Grid System 101, A Beginner's Glossary from Explorer's Design. Then there's I don't know. I might have to cut this short. Review finalists. An award for the reviews of TTRPG adjacent books, games, systems, content, adventures, or products. Mothership Engine Malfunction from Night at the Opera. Swords and Wizardry, Which Monster Book to Pick from Etronarch. D20 Tabletop Role-Playing Game Gift Ideas that aren't just more TTRPGs or dice from Prismatic Wasteland. A great game finally gets the rulebook it deserves from The Weeping Stag. Xandering is Slandering from DIY and Dragons. Deep Dive Stonetop from Indie Game Reading. He Cooked Zan Olo Malan from False Machine. Triangle Agency Part 1 but from Split Party. Merc Borg Layout Exhibit from Explorer's Design. Review of OSE from Rancourt. What Does a Work Not Need from Sam Sorensen. Cult of Ruin Quest, The Prosopeda. What Is It For by El Ruin. Bathtub Review. Tephrotic Nightmares from Playful Void, Genders Without Number from Traverse Fantasy, The Loss We Gain from a 1,000-Year-Old Campfire from Hendrik Tenapel, Pendragon 6th Edition, Andrew Logan Montgomery. And then bonus round debut blog, an initiative to spotlight new bloggers who stood out in their debut year. Their category will have one big vote, therefore they are not seated in tournament brackets. That's why they're in tournament brackets. Let's see if Will Harrigan's is on here. No, it's not. Anybody? I'll let you guys see if you know. There's a few on there. And what's next? Theory, game. So some of the timetable of what the award looks like. The prize. All right, there you go. Harrigan, good to see you. I am way behind now. If I recall correctly, that one HP Dragon is rewriting of the 7 HP Dragon idea from Dungeon World, which I feel like it's a must-read for certain systems. And this is gold. This is really good. I really appreciate the community for putting this out. Mazirian's Garden, the post about good lore and bad lore is great. There you go. Shambot's tuned in. Looks like these are brackets. The bloggers are going to have to fight it out. Yep. Going to have to give these a read. Looks like some very interesting articles for sure. Blogger battles. That's like armed poetry slams. Yeah, man. Don the black turtlenecks. What? Why is it got to be black turtlenecks, Sean? Eileen, good to see you. Woke up late. Well, morning, sunshine. It's all good, dude. Jeff Soras. I need to read the module editing blog. Good to see you. Welcome. Thanks for showing up. Appreciate it. So many interesting articles. That's a quality bookmark right there. Indeed. Stay tuned. These guys are going to do it every year. We can go back to 2 years ago. 2022, when they started. They got some gold on this thing. Also, I think where this post is, like that was the winner of last year in one of the categories. So I think like even the like hosting post changes from blog to blog. It's all our testimonial. I just read the fragile. Is that fragile? Fragility article. Interesting article. Pretty relevant to my own TTRPG. Burn 2D6. You know, we talk about the Smurfs all the time. Kevin's got his own RPG called Burn 2D6. Go out and check it out on DriveThru if you would be so kind. I put the link up above. Did I not? I did. Hoos. Hey, Hoos. Drink another sip of coffee, buddy. Hey, I just want to take the time right now just to give a big shout out to the new folks that are here. Thank you so much for showing up. I really appreciate it. I do this every Saturday, just so you know. And many of the people in the chat I know and I've gamed with. They're members of our BSR Discord, BS Landia. You're like, what's that about? I used to host a gaming and BS, a podcast called Gaming and BS. And so a lot of these folks come from there. They listened and eventually came onto the Discord or forums that we had at the time. And I do an online convention of folks that share the same kind of philosophies on life and gaming. But we play a lot of different games, like a lot. Like BSRCon, we've had up to like 50 different events. And maybe at its height and peak, we had, I think, maybe 4 Savage Worlds games. And that was it. Otherwise, all the rest were just completely different. So a lot of diversity in the types of games that folks find interesting here. Many of us have home groups that play 5e, and they're like, I want to check out something else. And so their home group and the players are stuck on 5e, and they come over to the Discord and, like, you know, it's kind of like walking into the tavern after a long day work. No. with text, Harrigan. It's like a Blogger's Choice Awards. I don't know if you know about this, man. You might be, I want to keep your eye on some stuff there. I hope to see you in the, Harrigan does one called Harrigan's Hearth. If you do a Google search, Google Harrigan's Hearth RPG, and I think it's one of the top ones that come up. He's one of his blogs. So hope to see it in the list somewhere here next year. Is the original post 16 hit point dragon, or are there even more versions? I don't know, man. Morning, Jim. Good to see you. Happy New Year. And I should say Happy New Year to everybody here. If I haven't seen you or talked to you or interacted with you in the new year. Happy 2025. Just catching up. Orcus Dorcas shenanigans. This guy. The 405 took the 101 down the 5 and then to the 605 and 91 was closed, so I had to take Imperial Highway to Yorba Linda Avenue all the way here. Stuart. The Californians. Orcus Dorcas. Blonde hair, frickin' surfer guy from California. We might as well get off on Mulholland Avenue. Scott. That's what I say now from now on. Scott. I can generally hold my own with words. The Hearth is the nicer version of Harrigan. I was going to say, man. Like, there's a couple of things on there I'm like, he's kind of nice. Sean ran a good game of Delta Green. But the scenario was a little bit, could have used some help. It's all good, dude. Yeah. Morning, did I miss an actually face? The Californians. Morning. Good to see you, Jason. Everybody getting a little sleepy, a little 2025, a little sleepy. Well, I'm seeing a little sleepy. Guys catching up on 2024? Some rest? Scott. All right, let's go. What else we got? I want to catch up. So that blogging piece is cool. I thought it was really cool. Definitely wanted to get that out into the eco area system, whatever we want to call it. Let's see. The 2025 most anticipated, and here are 2025's most anticipated TTRPGs as voted by you. Kind of. Man. So this is my Ian world. Some of you have already looked at this. I was wondering when it's going to wrap up. Somebody beat me to it and posted it to the Discord. So they do this every year. They've been doing it since 2013. At the end of the year, what's the most anticipated RPG you're going to look forward to in the next year? And some nominees had been nominated multiple years. But in this case, I don't think it was as bad this year. Starfinder number 10. Number 9 is Alien. That would have been one of my votes. Actually, no, it wasn't. I don't think I voted for Alien. So for those of you, was a big Free League fan. I still am. I love all their stuff. I got most of their library. Playing Coriolis in a week, probably after GameWorldCon 2. Alien, I didn't vote for it because I was like, I got the original, and I don't think anything's going to be, I don't want to change so quickly. Man, if freaking D&D did that, people would, there'd be riots in the streets. Wait a minute, this thing's only been out for like 4 years. Hey, I don't remember how long Alien's been out, but it hasn't been out that long. 13th Age, 2nd edition. Coriolis the Great Dark, that's a vote for me. I think you could vote up to 3. I voted on the Great Dark because I backed it. Dolmenwood, because I backed it. That's coming in at number 6. Discworld, I'm not a Terry Pratchett guy. I haven't read any of his stuff, so not my thing. MCDM, big Kickstarter crowdfunding, right? Daggerheart, big Critical Role, right? Some big heavy hitters. Brandon Sanderson's Cosmere, one of the bigger RPG Kickstarters crowdfunding campaigns ever. And then Legend of the Mist, Son of Oak. Legend of the Mist, Son of Oak, daughter of Cedar. I gotta say, totally under my radar. Dude, this guy is not in a particular circle, obviously, because I have no idea what that's about. Hey, no haters. Don't hate. I just don't know. Now I do. There you go. Right? I can't believe this guy's never heard of Legend of the Mist. What is wrong with him? I don't understand. I don't know. I've never heard of it. So, a rustic fantasy tabletop RPG based on the acclaimed City of Mist. Spin a fireside tale of unlikely villagers setting out on a quest into a greater unknown world rife with peril and mystery, in the vein of Lord of the Rings, The Wheel of Time, Princess Mononoke. Is it Mononoke or Mononoke? And many other classic fantasy stories, or create your own legendary realms with the game's open-ended system. Like, I don't even know. Do they have this thing linked? Like, I don't even remember this Kickstarter. Here it is. What did it make? $855K. Dude, where was I? Under a rock? I had to have brought this up on a crowdfunding campaign, right? 8,000 backers. $855,000. I have a $50K goal. It's from... Who's doing this? Who is the... You guys are like probably yelling at your screen right now. Dude! Yeah, man. Totally did not tune into this one. But I got to imagine I brought it up. Core book, $49. Man, apparently some people are stoked about getting this one, though. Slipcase. Looks like fantastic product. The whole collector set looks great. Stretch goals. I mean, who is this person? Created by Amit Mosh, Son of Oak Game Studio. Amit. Got some collaborators. See full profile. Oh, 8. That's what I wanted to see. Backed 31, created 8. So definitely tuned into supporting the RPG ecosystem. It's not as his or her first rodeo, if you will. Oh, a link. So I will link to the EN World. Thanks, EN World, for putting it out there. Go to EN World. Go to this link. Click on all their ads. Take off your ad blockers, you. I enjoyed the Delta Green game a lot. Good group, good GM. Thanks, Jim. And the premise of the scenario was good. Thanks, Jim. Jim is very kind. Tim! Holy cow, look at this guy. Tim DeShane, good to see you. Just read the Mothership blog and I hate it. Oh, well, there you go. I don't know, maybe there's not, maybe not a fan of everything. Good to see you, Tim. Hope you're doing all right, man. Mr. White was in that Delta Green game. Appreciate it. WHPA got my vote. I may be biased. AWHPA. Was that Warhammer? What is it? Whatever. I don't know what that is. WHPA. Is it the blogs? Are we on the blogs still, Tim? Am I behind? Come on, Far West. This is the year. Smurfs RPG is an obvious omission. Yeah. All right. Sean back Dolmanwood. Yeah, I did. I went in all. I think I went in all like the whole ball of wax, slipcase. Yeah, man. Why is that a surprise? It's like, I don't know how, like, it's a different jam for me for sure. Like, I'm not a big, like, fairies and things like that, but, you know, I'm willing to take a look at some of the more UK influenced, like, setting. Alien, Sean's having 3.5 flashbacks. I am, exactly. As a matter of fact, Wayne, it's funny you brought that up. On the Discord, Kristen, who's in chat, mentioned, like, what's your, there's something posted on Blue Sky, like, what's your favorite dead game, right? And a dead game is classified as one that is no longer being actively published or supported. The person that posted it also said that's not run at cons, which is kind of ridiculous because I think like every single RPG ever in the world is being run at Gen Con in some fashion. But I get the context of the question. And I was looking it up because I was thinking about all the old games that I haven't really played since getting back into the hobby. So I've had that, like some of us, I got out of gaming for like 15 years or something crazy. And then got it newly discovered it, came back in, went into the deep end and haven't gotten out yet. And when I did that was when I bought the 3.0 books, and then literally 3 or 4 months later, because I wasn't tuned into the internet and all of this, the blogosphere and social media and on RPGs, 3.5 came out like 3 or 4 months later. I'm like, well, what the hell? I just bought these damn books. So I looked it up on when 3.5 was released. I think I only did 3.0, which was like 2003, I think, just to determine when I got back in the hobby and then what I've played. And everything I've really played, other than like the occasional con game or a game at a convention, not a con game like, hey, leverage, has been new. So I'm like, I don't know what I would even choose because some of them are terrible. There's a Ridley Scott inspired RPG that should get a new edition every 2 years. It should be Blade Runner. Yeah. Well, you see, there's a mist, and what I've heard, there's a legend about it. What else do you need to know? Well, yeah. I can't wait for your review, your unboxing. I know of City of Mist, but yeah, that one I'm not following. Legend in the Mist. Yeah, I don't know. It's good for them. City of Mist PBTA Supers inspired by Legend in Mythic City. Yeah, okay. City of Mist I've heard of. That's probably why this thing just like kicked ass. Never GM'd or played in City of Mist. Any good? It is not. City of Mist is not free. City of Mist, is it PBTA, right? Yeah, here it is. Wayne, PBTA meets FFG's need for specialized cards and sheets. Yeah. No Son of Oak Publishing. Hey, here you go, Tim. Is that social media enough for you? Weird Heroes of Public Access. Oh, okay. WHPA. Everybody, there we go. There's all the. All right, I got it. All right. Man, all right. Joey Rail's joint. Love that dude's energy. I'm telling you, I brought it up before. That name is just too awesome. From the top ropes, Joey Royale. Joey Royale fan. Joey Royale! All right, what else? I don't know if you guys know about this. You guys see this? Dungeon World Spy. And none of the original creators. So there you go. Interesting. Right? By Spencer Moore, designer of Chasing Adventure and Helena Rio, designer of Against the Odds. Dungeon World 2. Announcement from Luke Crane. Luke Crane, Burning Wheel. Former or current employer? Is he still at Kickstarter or did he leave? I thought he left, but I could be wrong. The first comment on here is like, interesting. I knew Adam wouldn't be involved, but neither is Sage. There you go. Sage wasn't going to be involved. He put it down on a Reddit post somewhere. Or there's a link to a Reddit post referencing Sage's non-involvement. So yeah, man. Like Dungeon World is the first PBTA game that I had played. Pretty sure. I liked it. It opened my eyes to a few different things that I wasn't used to playing or seeing. I think it's a good game. At one point in time, and maybe even might put it up there. It might be one of the better. Like if I were to, like some people say, if you had a new group of RPGers who never played RPGs, which one would you use to introduce them to the hobby? Dungeon World wouldn't be far from my list. You know, the moves thing, I wouldn't like plaster in their face. I would just tell me what you do. Okay, tie it to a move, just like the game's kind of supposed to be, right? The verbiage is supposed to kind of take a back seat, but some people lean on it too literally. Wayne says, fingers crossed for DW2. Not sure I need DW2. Happy to be proven wrong. Yeah, I don't know if I need it either. I don't even think I have my original, actually. When am I going to play this? And I probably unloaded it. That's really fantastic news. DW needed another edition. I couldn't get Grok exactly what they wanted to do with it until I read an additional community document, and it can be really great. I've never played DW1 or any PBTA. Skimmed through a couple, but they didn't grab me. Yeah, it's not for everybody. DW is definitely one of the 3 most influential games I've played. Strong sentiments there, says Wayne. There's so much great add-ons for it. The Gauntlet got way into it when it was really strong, putting out content. Well, they did +1 forward with Rogers, right? PBTA is like, some people just don't grok it. I went on a PBTA binge for a while. And then I never got any of them to the table. I'm like, yeah. Gauntlet is still strong, just moved on to their own PBTA branch, carved from Brindlewood, yeah. Apocalypse World is the one that really needs a 2E. They have a 2E. You were kidding, right? Are you serious, Jason, or are you trolling me? It has a 2nd edition. Mein Freund. TW definitely helped me be a better DM. There you go. Credit where credit is due. Wayne backing me up. Okay, there we go. Thought that's a little older, but I was going to get into that last week until last week ended up being like the last one of the year. It was only the last one of the year, Sean. Oh, this one. Going to this one. So Geek Native, I don't know where they got this. I mean, I don't know how exactly, if they just went to drive-thru and found it themselves, or if drive-thru put something out. The top selling products on drive-thru published in 2020. Well, excuse me, in 2024. Oh, did I put a link to the Reddit post for Dungeon World? Did I? Did I put it out there twice? I'll put it out there again. There you go for more info. The top selling products on drive-thru RPG published in 2024. Before Christmas, shared a list of top selling products of 2024 that drive-thru RPG kindly provided. It was an interesting list, and one was provided without explanation. It certainly provoked some discussion here in Geek Native headquarters. We promised more data because Roll20 were generous enough to tease us with more. And today we've another copy-paste list. This time the top selling products. So I think I have the other one too. The top selling products of the year are restricted to titles published this year. This, you think like the most anticipated list was a surprise. Dude, wait till you look at some of these. Here, I'll put a link in case you're following along and you want to bring up your own browser. See ya, Kev. Good to see you, man. Happy 2025. See you later. It's right up at the top of the hour. It's going a little long today. Sorry, folks. Drive-through RPG top sellers. Before you leave, if you do leave and bail, do me a favor, give me a like. Appreciate it. Drive-through top RPGs, Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay, Death Steps of Light Fingers, Painted Wastelands, Glory to the High One, Car Wars, Companion. What? Realms of Pugmire, Core Rulebook, Blades in the Dark, Deep Cuts. That's not a shock to me. Weird Ancestries, Warhammer 40k, Wrath and Glory, Space Marine 2, Purge the Swarm. Shin Megami Tensei, the role-playing game Tokyo Conception, Tales of the Red, Hope Reborn. In contrast, perhaps the most unlikely title is Car Wars Companion. Yeah, no kidding. That's the one that was like, what? Like, I don't even know if I didn't recognize any of the other titles, Car Wars Companion being in this list is like, huh? Yeah, man. Crazy. That's crazy. Here's the top selling products on drive-thru. Top sellers. This is the top selling products. So, for example, the best-selling fantasy RPG published last year was Fabula Ultima Atlas High Fantasy by Need Games. Sadly, we'll not be able to recreate that this year. A lot has changed at drive-thru and One Bookshelf, which is now part of Roll20 family along with Demiplane. So the good news is that we have got a different set of charts with much broader scope. We just can't do it by genre. That's what their disclaimer is here. Is that all? No, sorry, one final twist. Each year, these charts always provoke debate along the lines of, is that really the best seller? And all we can do is cite our source and trust Drive-Thru RPG's system. So these are the sellers, any release date within 2024. So it didn't have to be created in 2024, where I think the last one was, right? Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay Death Steps, The Painted Wastelands. Here, I'll put that in the chat. Painted Wastelands, Cyberpunk Red, Blades in the Dark, Deep Cuts, Exalted Essence, Worlds Without Number, not a shock. Vampire the Masquerade 20th Anniversary Edition. Car Wars Companion. Unbelievable. Household. Warhammer 40k, Wrath and Glory, Space Marine 2, Purge the Swarm. So Cubicle 7 Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay Death Steps Light Fingers was published days ago. Wow. This article was published, to give you context, December 23rd, 2024. Okay. So a couple weeks ago. A couple weeks ago. And so Cubicle 7's was just published days ago and already has an Electrum badge. It's higher in the chart than Blades in the Dark Deep Cuts, which has a Platinum badge, which is odd, but Deep Cuts has also been in bundles. We're thankful for our Roll20's data and are just calling out the oddness in the stats because others will do if we don't. The answer, we suspect, is that there are various ways in which Drive-Thru RPG and sister sites can deliver products to people. By sales that meet the minimum price threshold for a metal badge, by sales that don't meet the minimum price threshold for a metal badge, by sales that would meet the minimum price threshold for a metal badge except for a discount coupon that lowered it, through bundles, and perhaps through other mechanisms such as crowdfunding fulfillment. So it's not, what he's trying to say and outline is it's not as straightforward as, well, just run a query and tell me, like, how many things, who is the biggest seller. Well, when you mean biggest seller, do you mean like when we just sell it at full price or just like sell it at all or in bundles? Do you count those? So there you go. Oh, this one was interesting. I wanted to put this out there quick. I think this is the last one for this. Dennis Detwiller has a free, fun, simple TTRPG system that he's been working on for Lord of the Rings called The Secret Fire. Check it out and give it a spin and let me know what you think. So he has it free to download. And then there's a newer version with some changes inspired by Cam Banks. Cam's been doing RPGs for a while with Margaret Weiss and is at the core of Cortex, if you're not familiar with Cam's work. So there you go. Check out what Dennis is boiling over there, which is interesting because they are still... that didn't even make the list, right? It's the fantasy RPG that Arc Dream Publishing is putting out, right? It's not that, okay? Just so you know. That's not what he's referencing. But it would be interesting if some of the stuff that he's putting in this... I haven't looked at it. Makes its way into... What is it, the Black Company? I think it's the Black Company RPG, right? Let's see. I want to see the group. I want to see the group who is playing classic Vampire the Masquerade in 2024. Joe Swick might be. Joe Swick's a big vampire guy, Masquerade. I don't know if he's playing new or old. Joe, you still around or you bounce? It definitely exists, Orcus. There's a lot of streamers who do Vampire the Masquerade, and people love the 20-year anniversary edition. Yeah, man. I'll put that in there. Oh, it's an actual show? I think it's fans of Mega Dumbcast. Oh, it's hilarious, huh? Interesting. Huh. Roger says, I was looking forward to Cam Banks' Masters of the Universe game that got canceled. Yeah, what are you going to do? He's definitely working on the Black Company. I'm super excited for it. It would be my most anticipated 2025 game, but Arc Dream can be slow to release games. Yeah, they made it very clear. We're going to release it when we think it's done. So, Just hope it doesn't interfere with their Delta Green schedule, okay? Like, you guys want to do Black Company, that's cool, but hey, like, don't forget about this, because Shawnee needs some RPG material. Just saying. Just saying. Let's see. Let's do crowdfunding quick, and then we'll get you guys out of here. So, thanks for sticking with me. RPG crowdfunding news from EN World. First one, Wild Magic expanded a D&D 5e expansion, 12K. A quid of 200? Holy cow. Next one, Dark Wizard Games Special Edition Module Number 1, Goblin Raid on the Winter Stockade. For D&D and 5th. Funded. Back to Basics, Gamazine. This is for D&D BX and Gamma World. Look out, Gamma World. That's funded. Let's see. Meteor, what is this? Meteor Tales. The White Frost Plague, a Meteor Tales RPG campaign from Spiral Lane Productions. The system is Meteor Tales role-playing game. 15 euros is the most popular pledge for the PDF. It's funded. So these are, for those of you, EN World puts out this post every week, and it's usually, mostly, always, the last, final days, the final week of the campaigns that they're putting down. And it's not all inclusive by any means. And it could be Kickstarter, backer kit, what have you. So if you see this after the live stream, a couple days later, these things may not be available to kick in. 30 plus hand-drawn dungeon maps for any TTRPG, 3 themes from TPK Compass, system neutral RPG accessory. Now, I'm going to give these guys a little props, okay? Here's the deal. They don't say in the description on here or the project type or the system anything about 5e. And that we've seen people that have done maps and virtual maps and whatever, and they always seem to have to note 5e in their description, and it's not a 5e product. It's a system agnostic, system neutral product. So, hey, for TPK Compass, just putting it out there saying, hey, use it with any game. We don't have to put 5e in our description to have it be successful, and it's funded. All right, that's Just want to put that out there. Monsters of the Month, Mindless Devastation, a compendium of creatures for 5e. That one's funded $364 of a $100 goal. There you go. It's just a zine from New Zealand. It's a New Zealand zine for 5th edition. That's it. That's all I got this week, folks. If that's not enough, I don't know what to tell you. And if you complain, Debt Willer will block you. Dennis, he's a volatile guy. Right? I mean, seriously, how many crowdfunding campaigns that have I gone over week after week after week where it's like something that is very system agnostic, but they've got to put 5e in there. Like, what? A map is 5e compatible? Whoa, get out of town. It's like ridiculous. So kudos to them for just saying, man, we're a company, we'll do it for anything. Boom. No pandering. That's what I call it. Pandering. Calm down, man. Calm down, dude. Seriously, bro. Thanks, everybody. Over to these folks. These are folks that have supported me on Patreon and even on this channel. You can support directly here on YouTube. So some even 2-timers that do both. So thank you very much to each and every one of you sticking with me throughout the years, throughout the months, throughout the weeks, throughout the days, throughout the hours, throughout the minutes, throughout the seconds. Thank you for showing up this week. Much appreciated. It's good to see you. Lots of new faces. I hope you guys come back. I hope I didn't scare you off. It's a good community here. I couldn't do it without the chat and the interaction. I much appreciate it. I don't know what's going to happen if this thing, like a few hundred people in the chat, wishful thinking, but nonetheless, I will find a way to manage it, folks. I love interacting with you guys each and every week, so thank you for being here as well. Just caught up. Bam! Done. Thanks, Aragon. Thank you, everybody. 2025, excited. Look forward to it. I've got 2 new games starting. Like, boom. We just finished The One Ring. Bam. Just finished Delta Green. Bam. 2025. Bam. New games. Outcast Silver Raiders is on the docket every other week. Going to be a long campaign. We're talking about recording it. It's going to be fantastic. Harrigan's going to be at the helm. Wayne's going to be playing in that. Phil McClory. If you haven't seen the Next Hex, that is an actual play here. We did Forbidden Lands for a year and a half. So we're going to do Outcast Silver Raiders next. And then the opposite week of that, I'm going to be in a Coriolis Third Horizon game. So not the Dark, which I'm excited to see and start reading about, but Third Horizon by M. Gurley, who has shown up here before, who is a big Coriolis fan. Hoos is in that game with me, as well as a couple others. The Grave, who is not here, but usually pops in. Yeah. So that's what I got going. There's talks of rejuvenating the West Marches game. I just did a West Marches video here on the channel. I kind of did fairly well, comparatively speaking, with all my other videos. Thanks everybody who's checked that out and maybe even tuned into the stream from that kind of path. So the Discord server's like, yeah, man, let's fire this thing up, man. Get the band back together. I'd love to do that. I just want to make sure I can dedicate the amount of time that's needed to make sure it's successful. So we'll see. Maybe Coriolis is not going to be, I don't think it's going to be a year-long campaign. I think it's going to be a mini arc. So, but every other week for probably a few months. So Shadowdark West Marches might have to be on hold, but by then I may be fired up, man, to roll that up. So, all right. I think that's it. I'm going to close the doors right now. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Spend time with people you appreciate. Spend time, take some solo time to think about things by yourself. You need some time away from all the noise that's out there. It's very important. Take time for 2025. You don't have to say yes to everything, right? Yeah, I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm going to do this. All right? Make sure you game. And you know what? Even if you're not gaming because you're like, dude, I just need a break. Just take a break. Don't can it. Don't get rid of all your books. Just take a break. We're all going to be here. Most of us, when you get back, it's no problem. No big deal. And remember, be a positive force in the tabletop RPG hobby, and we'll catch you, hopefully, on the next one. See ya.